Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Lost Caravan and to tonight's installment of episode 5 of Impossible Landscapes, our Delta Green playthrough. I am your historian, Doc Rimbo. I use he, she, they pronouns, and every week I just think, well, first I have to think, are we playing Impossible Landscapes this week, or is that next week? And if we don't, I feel sad. But if we are playing it that day, it just makes my whole day better. And today has been a great day. And I'm really excited for tonight. We'll have a recap in just a second as we sort of look back on what happened 2 weeks ago. First things first, we want to thank our sponsors, including Epidemic Sound. All of the music and sound effects that I use for the show are done through Epidemic, where you can find music for your streams that you can play on stream and not get sued, which is nice. If you do get sued, Colin's a lawyer, but we'll talk about that in just a minute. We're just going to plug Colin tonight. So thank you to Epidemic Sound. Another thing is that our friend Liv's not here tonight. Liv is still traveling for work, and we hope and pray that they will be back with us in 2 weeks. But for now, Agent Micro is still somewhere on a 1995 internet website that has one of those under construction yellow triangle gifs. And Agent Micro is somewhere working on her GeoCities page. That's
her Angel Fire.
Oh my gosh, yeah, her blog, her live journal. But we're glad you're here, chat. We see you. We're glad that you're here too. We're glad that Weave the Tail could just sort of cancel their show for tonight, so everyone can come and watch this one. Let's go around. I want to hear from everyone around my little circle here. Tell us who you are, who you're playing, and whatever else we need to know, if that sounds good to you. We will start. Let's start directly south of me, and with our friend Kessa. Kessa, hi. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to surprise you. Well, yeah, Kessa is geographically far east, but here on the Twitch stream, they're right there.
Right down.
So, hi.
Hello.
Hi. You look down. You look down like this throughout your whole intro.
I am Kessa. I'm playing Agent Martini. She's a super secret international spy. I mixed that up, but yeah, she's just having a fun time with her friends, and she truly believes right now that they're kind of like friends because she doesn't really have many friends. So this is like the most she's seen. Like the most she's seen is like the same people.
You've killed a lot of people, I bet.
Could be true. Could be true. There's no evidence to prove that, and there never will be, but, you know. Yeah, she's just enjoying the company. And excited for the night floor.
Such a weird answer, too. How are you liking the campaign? I'm just having fun hanging out with all my friends, seeing all these horrifying things that are testing the limits of my sanity, and just, we're having a great time. Me and my new friends, and this invisible dog that nobody can find, and fucking crazy people living in an apartment building. It's great.
I don't give a shit about the dog, honestly.
I know shit about the dog.
You do have, well, yeah, you had an encounter with some shit about the dog. Speaking of which, Colin, tell us about Mythic.
Well, so hi, what's up? Hi.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
Hi, I'm Colin, and I'm gonna play Mythic, who is a university professor of history and mythology, because he doesn't see the difference, turned highly successful novelist. And Mythic is our resident crackpot, I guess. But he's always right in the end, because all the crazy shit he believes turns out to be true. And Mythic is also, for those of you keeping score at home, seemingly on a quest to get himself murked by Delta Green, because he keeps exposing all of the secrets of this very secretive organization. And I mean, peek behind the curtain, and Mythic doesn't know this, but Colin does. I'm pretty sure Michael's gonna murder me, so
right now it's a race. Right now, all that's the question is like who's gonna be on the other, who's gonna be holding the gun. You know, and I can't wait to find out. I can't wait.
Oh, and Mythic also brought his girlfriend on this mission, which is not the best idea he's ever had, but
he's had a lot of ideas. Yeah,
he's got a lot of ideas that most of them are bad.
Well, last week, and we'll talk about this in the recap a little bit, but last week, Mythic was looking through books connected to the case in the library and did see a picture from 1920 something with his girlfriend in the picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's going to mess you up.
And had a bit of a meltdown because of that.
Yep. Well, speaking of people who may or may not kill Mythic at some point. Hi, Turk. How are you?
Oh, hi. Yeah. I am doing great.
Good.
Yeah.
Tell us about Agent Michael.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Turk, or Turk Accented, if you're feeling saucy. And I play Agent Michael, who is God's favorite Marine, and the reason that all these people may live or die, at least if I don't go crazy first.
A confession.
Had a much better time, I think. Less dreams about bad things, and people only mostly thought he was crazy for a little bit, but now everyone knows I'm not crazy.
I'm not the crazy one.
I'm not the crazy one here. I'm not talking about the dog. I'm talking about the 4th floor in a 3-story building.
There's 4 floors, man.
There's more floors than 4 floors, man. Oh, it's at the top.
Open your eyes, man.
Fantastic. I love this crew. For those of you who are new to the system, Delta Green is a D100 system. These are our special agents. These are the people we're depending on to protect humanity from unseen and alien supernatural forces. But let's do that just a little bit more dramatically. Here we go. As a reminder, this is a horror game and has potentially disturbing content of a wide variety, such as guns, harm towards animals. We've had some vague references to the drowning of children. Like, it is wild. And so if that's too much for you, we completely understand. That's just fine. Keep in mind that all of our players are using safety tools, and we communicate in and out of chat to make sure that we are having fun while still being scared. Deception is a right. Truth is a privilege. Innocence is a luxury. Delta Green is a covert organization that makes its living on the suppression and the elimination of the unknown. And as far as the things that the average person doesn't know, nothing is as terrifying as the truth. That humanity is on a ticking clock that's winding down. Because for every unknown entity in the universe or outside the universe, there's always something even worse, waiting as if on the wings of a stage to make its entrance. Whose cue will it be tonight? It is the 11th of August, 1995. M-Cell, a group of operatives, a little pocket group of Delta Green, all of whom use code names that begin with M, called in to investigate the circumstances around the disappearance of an artist who lived on the lower west side of Manhattan. Her name was Abigail Wright, or is Abigail Wright, but when they arrived at her apartment, they found a bizarre shrine full of artistic placements of weird stuff, like a hoarder's nightmare within her apartment. Not only that, but everybody else in the apartment's been really weird. They seem to think, as we learned last week, that the people in the apartment start acting differently after the sun goes down. Are they the same people? Is something else at work here? In any case, there's no question that this is disturbing. On top of all that, Agent Michael, earlier in the campaign, learned that for a 3-story building, this building has a 4th floor. And not only does it have a 4th floor, but that floor opens onto what seems to be a smoking lounge from the early 20th century. And long, expansive hallways beyond that. He tried to tell the others about this, but last week when he took Mythic up to the roof, it was just a roof. And that's when he thought, well, maybe I'll bring these people back at night. Mythic also spent some time in the library looking up the history of the building and learned some stuff about Asa Darabandi, the architect, a person who started in Chicago designing what people called thought buildings, buildings with strange affects, odd angles, too many doors, no doors, all sorts of things. And so using that as an inspiration, he returned, and the 3 agents on scene decided that it was time for them to look into the night floors, the part of the building that appears only be present after dark. And so they walked up the stairs, they approached the door labeled roof access, and they opened it. And so, that's where we find you guys. You are standing in oh, I gotta reload this because it keeps playing the music for me. You're standing in this 1920s smoking lounge. Michael, you've seen this lounge before. There is a wet bar in one corner. There's a walk-in humidor in another. On one wall, it's all bookcases, floor to ceiling, filled with books. There are some comfortable overstuffed chairs here and there, and there are at least a couple hallways heading deeper into this part of the building. But this is the first time that Agent Martini and Agent Mythic have seen this place. What's the reaction?
So you weren't fucking with us. It's an actual place.
We apologize later. Right now, we need to be very careful.
Is that a fucking humidor? And he just makes it straight.
Careful.
Excellent. Mythic, what do you do?
What? It's just there's nobody around, right? Just have a stogie.
Doesn't mean it's. This is where that strange news article came from. We don't know what kind of effect this could have on somebody.
Martini goes to like one of the armchairs and just kind of flops down and she's got her legs up, and
It's comfy.
this is quite comfortable. Yeah.
Careful,
Much
Martini,
nicer
you
than the
don't know what
rest.
kind of effect it will have.
Oh, Michael, help! Mythic.
You want a
I'm
drink?
okay. Yes, please.
He's gonna inspect
Martini.
the
For sure.
wet bar.
Okay. There is...
How did I know?
A thorough assortment of liquors, liqueurs, mixers. There's also plenty of olives and lemons and limes. Anything you could need to make a cocktail.
All right. Well, Mythic is not just doing this for his health, though he is. He's looking at these bottles, and I would like to use either search or actually I think more appropriately would be history to determine, is there anything, are these all period appropriate? Is this what it seems? Are these actual bottles from this time period? Is there anything, maybe a liquor here that like isn't even made anymore, like shouldn't exist, you know, that sort of thing?
Yeah. You don't even need to roll.
Or could
for
I
that.
use the...
If you're
I don't need to
using
roll for-
history, I think history is
I have a 60 in
appropriate.
history.
Yeah, with a 60, and also just a general knowledge of liquor, it is exactly that. It is all period appropriate. There are some bottles of liquor here that that you've never heard of, but you assume that we're out of production at some point, or maybe from a different country, or who knows.
So he's like running his hands along the bottles, and he kind of is like, okay, that is... 1 olive or 2, Martini?
2. Why not? It's a night bar. It's a special.
I knew you
Can I
liked
go
the
look
dangerous
over
things, all right?
at the books? You said there was like a bookcase.
Yeah, there is. Almost one of the smaller walls is entirely covered with a bookcase. You walk up and there's no labels on the spines. but they're all bound books. Just grab one at random.
Yeah, I just trace my finger and then whichever one looks cool.
Yeah, you pick one out at random, and you open it up. The hardcover book appears to contain printings of antique pornographic photos. There are scenes where people are wearing masks in many of the pages, and engaged in a breathtaking variety of sexual activity. And in some of them, they seem to include people who would have found employment in circus sideshows. They have some sort of physical difference to them. And you turn one more page, and when you look at this one, you do a double take. Because the person there on the page bears a striking resemblance to your sister. And seeing that, even if it weren't in an antique photograph, would deserve a sanity roll.
Yeah.
So why don't you roll me a sanity roll?
For sure.
Martini hasn't made too many sanity checks.
Martini doesn't have much sanity.
Martini hasn't made many sanity checks on stream, but in life.
And behind the scenes, she's always rolling it.
All right, roll me a sanity check.
Yep.
It's a failure. Got it.
It's a failure? Oh, no.
Martini, you're going to take 1 point of sanity damage.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing
I'm freaking
that,
out.
how do you? Yeah. What's the reaction?
Yeah. You can see Martini's face just drops. She's having fun at first, and then she's like, guys, you were saying you saw someone. I know who this is. This is my sister, and this she looks like my sister. You said you also saw someone, your girlfriend, right?
Yeah, that's right. He gave you the whole. He gave you the whole relationship history. While Michael was out of the room, Mythic ranted the entire relationship history in the space of 2 minutes. So you've gotten the whole story, although it was at breakneck pace. And he just Mythic walks toward you, a martini in each hand. It's like, I think you need this.
Thank you. Shaking as This. Michael, who did you say was here? The guy that you met? Why does he have books with pictures of someone I know?
If you two are done playing Hansel and Gretel, and Michael has moved over and is now staring down the hallway, you can bring that book over here. I have a use for it.
Okay. It's here.
Takes it. Someone named Mark Rourke. And he rips out the first page and crumples into a ball. The night manager was just around the corner here. But the hallways are tricky.
But you just go straight, right?
Tricky.
I was right about the 4th floor. You gonna really stop believing me on this?
I believe you. I believe you.
Oh, okay, fine. Speak for both of us, why don't you?
I'm not speaking for both of us. I'm saying I believe you, because I don't know what to believe right now, honestly.
I feel like I would get a lot more mileage out of our relationship, Michael, if I just stopped every so often to ask this very simple question, which is, could you elaborate on that, please?
It's longer than it seems, or it felt longer. Obviously,
spatially weird.
Sure.
Okay.
And we need to be careful and not lose our way back out, correct? Everyone wants to go home.
Sips his martini. Yeah, I guess.
Me too. Sure.
Okay, then I'm gonna leave a little breadcrumb trail.
Oh.
Who's Hansel and Gretel now?
Yeah.
Still the
Pot
two
calling
of
the kettle
you.
black.
Just stick close. Martini, are you holding?
Of course.
Mythic.
Holding what? What?
He wants to hold hands, obviously.
Oh. Really? Oh.
No.
Puts
the book into Mythic's hand and draws a gun out. Do you know how to fire this yet?
It's pretty simple. Finger on the little banana-shaped thing.
Yes, I know the little banana-shaped thing.
You wrote about it.
Martini.
You wrote about it quite
Pez
nicely in your little book. I just want to know if you've actually figured it out in person.
I don't really like guns that much. If you really need me to,
You're on gun
All
or
I'm saying-
breadcrumb duty. Pick one.
all I'm saying, if I'm holding that thing, results not at all guaranteed to be in your favor. So yeah, I'll do breadcrumb duty.
Good. And
What-
Michael's gonna toss the first crumpled paper out into the hallway in front of him and let it fall.
Okay, so you just take it and you just sort of
just
drop it to the ground,
Yeah.
and it just sort of goes, just lays there in the middle of the hallway.
Puts his gun back away. Stay close. Call out anything you see.
Okay.
Don't get lost.
As we
Oh, hold
walk
on. Oh, he's just gonna sit if just in case we die in here, and he runs back and grabs a cigar out of the humidor.
Okay.
Ooh.
You want one?
Yes, please.
You
And
got
when he
it.
comes back, I'm gonna take the book from him and I'll give it back. And then I'll rip out the page with my sister on it and then hand it back.
Oh, okay, okay. So he puts a stogie in his mouth and lights it, and then is gonna
Me too,
walk
me too.
through with the book in hand, tearing out pages as they go.
So who's leading the way here? Michael, are you leading the way?
Yeah.
I'll be on the back. So he's in the middle. Mythic's
I'm in the middle
Alright.
throwing out paper.
Mm-hmm.
It's a short distance before you turn that corner, as you remember it, to get to the super's apartment. And so you walk forward and you turn that corner. All of you, one by one, follow him. And Michael, make me a sanity check.
Oh. Fish and beans.
Fish and beans.
I like that the captioner caught that as Michael, make me a sandwich.
Make
Fish
me
and bean
Fish and
sandwich.
sandwich.
7 out of 56.
Excellent.
Attaboy.
Wonderful
You turn
salad.
the corner
Mike is so
and you
sweet.
all stick together, Mythic tossing pieces of paper behind him. Martini in the middle, gun holstered, gun out.
Martini and a stogie.
Martini smoking stogie.
And,
Yeah,
yeah,
I've got
stogie
gun
in
out,
mouth.
but yeah.
Okay. Okay, you got one gun in one hand, stogie in another.
Mm-hmm.
Michael,
But it's
what are-
mostly in my
what's-
mouth.
What are you up to?
Michael's casual, holding the gun in holster right now, but proceeding
But,
and
like,
looking
you
up.
got you got the little flip thing.
Oh, absolutely!
Clasp
The
off.
clasp is off, safety's off. It's ready to pull and shoot. It's just
Okay.
in
Yeah.
case we see anyone who we need to be
Yeah.
friendly with for all of 5 seconds before we can clear leather.
Mhm.
I mean, you
Well,
didn't say
let's-
that to Martini, so she's just got it out.
Yes, and that's why
Waving a
you
gun
have the
around.
that's why you have the big
Cigar
bad
in
black
mouth,
man
gun
standing in
drawn.
front of you.
Right.
Okay.
Well, speaking of running into people, you go about 20 feet and you realize that this hallway was not the same as it was when you left it. There's no sign of the night manager's apartment where it should be. You were like, it was on the left. It was right here on the left. And it's just wall.
moves to feel at it. It's moved.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Are you sure? You know where you're going?
What moved?
The door, the night manager's door,
Mm-mm.
might be intentionally further down. Keep pushing on.
You look ahead, and as you reorient yourself and face further down the hallway, you see something. It's maybe 60 feet away. And you at first see just figures, and then your eyes adjust and you realize there's 2 people. And they're running along a hallway that's perpendicular to yours. And so you just see them for just a moment. You watch them run past. And then a moment later, they're followed by 3 people. Large men who appear to be wearing old-looking gas masks, carrying shotguns. And then they cross out of sight. What do you do?
Mythic sucks on that stogie so hard.
Yeah, Michael's going to motion for them to follow closely and quickly, and he's going to rush to stack up on the corner.
Okay, so you break into speed, but after you go 1, 2, 3 steps, you hear.
If I
Which Martini and Michael, by default, know that's shotgun fire.
Yep.
Still pushing
careful.
on.
Okay.
Yeah, stack
Pushing
up on
up to the corner.
Yeah.
Was that guns? Was that shooting? Was that?
Yes.
Mhm.
Quiet. And he's going to peek around as best he can. Now he has his gun out.
Sure. You creep up to that corner, back to the wall, and you just look out real quick. How do you do it?
Yeah, he's doing the bit where you like push your head out just so your left eye can see,
Mm-hmm.
revealing as little as possible.
Stick out that one eyeball, and you see 2 figures lying on the ground. But it takes you half a second. Like, you look, you clock them, you duck back in, and then you realize those aren't human beings. And you look again, and you see lying there in the middle of the hallway are what appear to be human-sized marionette mannequins.
Ooh.
And there are fragments of their material blasted across the floor as if they were hit with buckshot. And out of the center of each one of these mannequins, there are these red streamers draped across the floor in an approximation of blood. You don't see anyone else here. And what's your next move?
They're not real. Don't know if any of this is
Yeah.
real.
There's no one around, like, completely.
No, we're
those
clear.
glass masks. Okay.
Go for it.
If I see no one, are we?
Assume
You look around the same corner, see the same thing. These 2
Oh, we're doing the Scooby-Doo thing. We're all going
busted,
up.
yeah, we got 3 Stooges head stack. There's just 2 marionettes lying motionless in the middle of the floor. They're wearing clothes. They're dressed like people. They're dressed in kind of an older style, which feels like it fits the vibe here.
What do we do, boss? I look to Michael.
Usually there's a way to
It comes up
comment
next
here.
to you and peeks around the corner. What is this kabuki theater bullshit?
You think you know what those things could be?
Do I? Can I?
Let's go. We can go and check them
Can I-
out.
Yeah. Martini's going out. Going over.
You walk up to them. Martini, you're the first one on the scene. Up close. Make me an alertness, awareness type of check thing.
Okay.
And while she's doing that, Michael, will you make me a sanity check and see we're the first one to see this?
Oh.
I gotta fail it.
You failed real bad.
47 at 56. You can't hurt me.
No, I can't. No sanity damage.
Not yet. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna be the best boy. I'm gonna prove that poll wrong.
Turk's already got his hands on his temples.
No, it's fine. I just see fucking Twitch out here voting against me. I see you all.
Yeah, so just at a quick glance, Martini, they're wearing older clothing that would be appropriate for a masculine person in the somewhere around like 30s, 40s, 50s.
Do they have anything in their pockets or anything?
You pat them both down, and fortunately, I suppose, they don't react. There's no movement or anything. That would be creepy.
I wouldn't like
But
that.
you do find a little bulge in each of their coat pockets.
Or are they just happy to see us?
They are not, because they're dead marionettes.
They are dead.
But when you reach in there, pull it out, they both have wallets. You open them up, and there's ID cards. They're New York ID cards, but this is before they had photos attached to them. And one of them has the name Eric K. Carter, and one of them has the name Ronald Burbach, Burbach. And the dates on these ID cards, Eric Carter's was issued in 1953. Ronald Burbach, his was issued in 1955. And there's also money, bus passes, and like other sort of there's not much else that you carry in your wallet with you back then, but yeah, it's sort of like that sort of stuff, and it's all from that same time period.
The bodies, are they lying face down, or are their heads like?
One of them is face down, and you can tell that it looks like he was shot in the back, this marionette. And the other one is like on its side with its arms akimbo.
Yeah, so that's Eric. That's Ronald, I suppose. They could be either. One of them's Eric, one of them's Ronald. 53, 55, 1953, 55. Not much.
We can look up those names when we get out of here.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye out for anything else weird going on, other than, everything.
Other than the
Other than
puppets.
Other than everything.
Dead
Mythic
denotes
would like
alive.
to crouch down next to where Martini is and just kind of handle and pick up those ribbons of blood.
Yeah. You reach and there's streamers, so they're like made out of like thin crepe paper. It looks like they're coming from inside this busted mannequin. And there's a little hole, and like as you look inside, you can see like there's a little reel inside where they just went like a party thing.
Does it have... Okay, it has Kabuki Theater ribbon blood. I want to look inside. Does it have marionette wooden organs?
No. It doesn't have an approximation of a heart, lungs, anything like that. It is finely made. There's a lot of articulation in it.
Yeah.
And even as you look at it now, you can see that on the head and the shoulders there are these eyelets, you know, where like wires could be to like hang them.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try something weird. I would like to do. I have a 20 in art, which
Yeah,
is not a skill I thought I would use at all in
love
this,
it.
but it's sort of a art, or yeah, just is this art that is of the world that I know, or is this something foreign or occult in nature?
Why don't you make me a roll and see if there, anything rings a bell?
All right, art roll. I succeeded.
Wow,
I got a 15.
Mr. Art.
I had to get under a 20. Wow.
It doesn't see the only thing that makes it alien to you is that, for one thing, the scale of it. These are human sized,
Right.
and also the quality, as these are so well made. Like like you can tell they were lovingly, if that's the word, crafted and made to like be as, you know, human like as they could, except on the face it's just a blank mannequin face.
Oh, they don't have faces.
No.
And yet they contained this reel of blood. So they were like
So it's
lovingly made, but also seemingly designed to die in a way. Like they were designed to give forth this explosion of fake blood upon being destroyed.
that's the real art.
So Mythic like feels it over. And he says it's very odd. These are I can't pretend to know too much about art, but whoever made these put a lot of man hours into them. This is actually quite incredible, really. But I've never seen anything so finely crafted. But at the same time, they're seemingly designed to die. They're designed to explode and give forth blood, which really just makes me ponder this whole thing we've just witnessed. It's like a piece of stagecraft, like a scene that is meant to play out, that perhaps we're meant to see or someone's meant to see.
That fits with the play, right? The idea that someone was writing down what we were doing and other conversations that people were having.
Oh, the play, Mythic, the play.
Play.
Remember the play? And the copy of it you found in the library?
And the copy that's in my pocket right now.
You reach your hand inside there to find that little rolled up piece of paper, and it's not there.
He turns his pocket inside out. I dropped some paper. Did you see me drop some?
And as you say that, a question comes to mind, which I'll ask you as Mythic's internal monologue. When you ran forward, did you stop dropping paper behind you?
Yeah. I don't think he had the presence of mind.
You go back to the intersection, the junction. You turn, you look down, and there's no paper on the ground. In fact, the hallway is shorter. There's another junction just a little ways ahead.
I dropped
That
some.
wasn't
I dropped
that wasn't there before.
Should I
Where's the
sanity
paper?
now?
Sure, that seems appropriate.
Yeah. Because Mythic just realized he made a boo-boo.
Sanity check.
No!
for Mythic.
Ooh.
1 point of sanity loss.
Oh god. I'm 1 point above my breaking point.
Great,
Ooh,
great.
ooh.
Don't forget you can project to bonds to sort of mitigate sanity loss. When you
How
hit
would
that
I do
breaking
that in
point.
this situation though? Like I don't have access.
You
to
save it for later, basically. So
Yeah.
in an earlier episode, when Michael was hitting his breaking point, he said, "I'm going to project this onto one of my bonds," and he rolled a d4, and he lost that many points from his bond.
And willpower. But that comes back when you sleep.
Yeah, willpower's like spoons. Like, you know, when I have to cancel plans with
GTRPG spoons.
right, when
I
I have
use-
to cancel plans with a friend, I say I'm out of willpower points. So
I use my spoons to take the trauma in this pile and put it in this pile instead.
cunning.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Creative.
if I hit my breaking point, I probably will do that. But I think right now,
Maybe.
Mythic, he stands at that intersection, and he drops the book and realizes that he fucked up. Like he forgot in the rush of running over to these marionettes, he forgot to keep dropping paper.
You drop
Mythic.
the book.
And he
It flops open to a picture of sex.
Oh, unclean.
cover your eyes, Michael. He
Mhm.
he drops it and looks down, and he just says again, just repeats, I dropped some paper.
Like just now? The whole book? You just wrote
Ah,
that.
damn it.
I dropped some paper.
Where's the path?
We
Calm. No
have
one.
no path.
You see, I had in my pocket, there was paper. There was a big roll of.
Was it important?
It was our path out of here.
No,
But I
not
think
that.
we're
not
talking
that.
about different paper.
Yeah, no. There was the book. They gave me the book, and I forgot to do that. But there was the paper in my pocket that I think, I'm not sure, but I actually think might have been not only important, but perhaps the most important thing ever, at least if Micro's to be believed.
Well,
And now
Micro's
it's
out
not there.
And
Okay,
Micro's
then.
out there, and we're in here. And we need to find a way out here, which we can't do, because we don't have a paper trail.
Well, we don't have
Yeah.
it now, Michael. Stop crying over spilt milk. Okay, it's done. We're here. Figure out. Use your big brain. Figure out how to get us out of it.
Mythic's like actually pretty shaken up by that. Fuck.
Mythic. Calm down. Calm down.
I'm
It- It's
sorry.
gone. It's okay. We're. You knew there would be risks. Okay, did you really think a paper trail was gonna help you
Fill my
in?
heart with peace that comes
the
from knowing
fourth-
you're with me and protect me from
You're not even listening to me.
Oh, Michael's praying
Hello?
again. Fuck, that's never good. Maybe
Hammer.
there's clue. There's a book full of sex. Maybe there's something in the book, and he's gonna flip through the book full of sex.
I looked through that already. It's not much.
Yeah, but you know you might have missed something. I don't know. It's just... Is it just full of...
Mythic.
Can I search?
You can flip through this book all you want. It is just antique pornography.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Some of them are pretty saucy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not helpful. Michael, you were here before and you got out somehow. What did you...
I walked. I wanted out. And I got out. Or maybe I was let out. I'm not certain anymore. But
Is it one of those things where you like think about it really hard and then a door will appear somewhere? Have we tried that? Have you tried that? I'm gonna try that.
I don't trust doors here.
Martini, make me a sanity roll.
Oh. Okay.
Martini's doing a "There's no place like home."
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Okay.
Put our feet together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on.
Ah!
And a failure is 57
Okay.
out of
All right.
whatever.
No sanity
Yes,
loss.
1 point. Oh,
Nope,
okay.
no sanity loss. But you think really hard about a door, and when you open your eyes, it's a hallway. There's doors, but there's one door up ahead that you are sure was not there before. Before you closed your eyes. Maybe it was. Maybe the others saw it and keep seeing it, but is that door new? You're not sure.
Should we just try a door? Any door?
Did
Who
we
knows?
come
Maybe
in?
someone's behind there.
Did we come in through a
Well,
door?
I mean, yes.
The roof
technically.
door? Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe a door goes. I mean, look, we've dealt with a fourth floor that shouldn't be there but is. So maybe it works the other way in reverse. We go through a door and then we're just in a basement in the building.
Martini, you want to take point?
Oh, I guess.
Are
Do you
you
have a better
capable?
plan?
Walk
You
through
wanna try
until
the
we
door?
find a way out, but not particularly.
Okay.
I think we can agree on one major point, though, right? Right, which is that we should definitely not Scooby-Doo this shit and split up, right? We should totally stay
Absolutely
together.
not.
Okay, good.
Absolutely, we must stay
Because I
together.
don't have a gun. Okay, Michael, you go ahead and lead the way, fearless leader.
I'll get you to the door, but I am not opening that. I will continue to look for our way back to the smoking room.
Let's do that. I don't want to
Martini,
cause anything. Yes.
do you approach this door? Do you interact with it in any way?
Is it not the way that he wants to walk? He wants to oh my god.
I don't have
My
a
bad.
way I want to walk, so like if you have a direction, that's where we're going. Like, you know.
Can I go up to the door and press my ear up to it and see if I
Sure.
hear anything?
Make me an alertness check.
Okay.
Is it alertness or awareness? I get it wrong every time.
Alertness.
Alertness. Thank you. I got it right. this time.
Alertness, don't fail me now.
Alertness has
90.
failed you now.
Hey, make sure that's checked.
There
Yeah,
is
It's
check.
checked already because I failed already.
Double check.
There is no
I can't double
noise coming from inside this room that you can perceive.
Okay. She's gonna, before she gives up on it completely, she's just gonna like touch the handle, shake it a little bit, see if it's locked or if it's open. If it's open, she's not gonna open it.
It seems to give. It's not locked.
Okay. Can't hear anything? Probably is the wrong way, but how long can we walk? Realistically, how long do we want to keep walking around?
We keep walking till we find a way out. If you want to try the door, do it now. We're not splitting up. I'll wait right here.
No Scooby-Dooing.
I also want to say that Heck is given a hero point, which they describe as ruby slippers. So I'm assuming that's for Martini.
Must be.
Excuse
Which
me.
you can use to re-roll a roll.
I'm not as well versed in all this magic-y stuff. Like, what if I open the door and it sucks us all in? Actually, it might not be a bad idea, right?
That would be very bad.
Let's see, it's 1994, Poltergeist has already come out, so picturing that scene, and yeah, no, that would be bad. Yep.
Okay.
Unlikely, though, I will say, you know, interplanar vortexes, while a thing that happens, not super common.
How common is a fourth floor on a 3 three-level building.
Also uncommon. Fair enough. Fair enough. But I mean, that's like one improbable thing stacking on top of another improbable thing. It reaches a point where it's just impossible.
While Mythic is telling me that, I'm gonna open the door and see what
Spins open. And
inwards.
We're all sucked in.
Inwards. It's an apartment style door, and inside you come across a room that is entirely empty except for one thing. In the middle of the floor in this room is something about this big, and it appears to be made out of gold. And as you look at it for just a second, you realize that it appears to be a sculpture of a goldfish.
And that's
fuck?
that looks bad. I don't know what I expected to find, but this isn't it.
Getting a real Indiana Jones kind of vibe off that, which I'm not digging.
Oh, but if you're saying Indiana Jones, we shouldn't go get it.
You realize you're picking up a giant boulder is what I'm laying down here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just lying in the middle of the floor. There's no pedestal.
There's no pedestal.
Oh,
Any marks in the room?
actually,
Nope. I just scan around. It doesn't even appear to be an apartment room. Like, apartments have like a bathroom and like a window or something like that. It's just
a room.
a square Spartan room.
Okay.
Did we no clip through a wall into?
It seems that way.
Oh.
It's a developer tool, actually, right there.
We're in the back rooms.
So I gotta ask, what do you do about this goldfish statue?
Martini's thinking about it, and she's still at the door. She hasn't gone in or anything.
Shoot it.
She's gonna take out a gun and try to shoot it.
Oh wow! I was joking.
Martini takes out a gun.
She's crazy.
And reusing the sound from before, she goes at this goldfish statue, and roll me a firearms check.
Yeah. I know.
Well, Mythic gesticulates and says, "What the fuck?"
Hey.
29 out of 70.
Okay, you hit this
70?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Hit this
I'm gonna shoot
sculpture, and you see like a little fleck of gold go flying, and then it goes blur, it like spins, and just skitters across the floor, but does not react. No boulders.
Why did you shoot the fish?
I wanted to see what would happen without touching it.
Okay, I guess I can't argue with that too much. Are we done with the fish room?
Yeah, we're done.
Get the door closed. Let's get out of here then.
Okay. That felt like a waste of time. Was that a waste of time?
I think we learned something. I just have no idea what it was.
Yeah, I get that feeling too. Yeah. This is why Michael's the leader, right?
You close the door. What's the next step?
I haven't been looking in the room. I've been trying to see if there's another turn up down the hallway, trying to gauge safer next move. Remaining aware of the situation around us, but looking for any indication of the smoking lounge.
Okay. You scan the hallway. You are looking up and down. There's to your left, there is a good 20 feet before a four-way intersection, a junction. To your right is that T intersection where you turned left and found those marionettes dead there. You're looking for signs of the smoking lounge. You can't see any. There's no smells or sounds. You can't hear that scratchy gramophone record, no matter how you roll.
Dang. We need to push on. Some direction.
One thing I want to check really quick.
Mm-hmm.
If I go back to where we came from, are the marionettes still there?
Are you breaking off from the group?
I just walking over there. You can see me walk over it. We didn't go that far. I just want to see, I want to see if the landscape has shifted again.
Impossible.
Martini.
In an impossible fashion, yeah.
We're going with you.
Okay, fine.
Move back toward the intersection. You turn to your left, and yep, mannequin's still there. Fake blood, mannequin parts splayed throughout the hallway.
Okay. So, new information. It doesn't change constantly. Sometimes things stay the same. That's good. Stability is good. Okay. So, do we go down more hallways or do we open more doors? That's really kind of what it's coming down to, because it's sort of the only two things we can do right now.
Can I check my phone to see what time it is or how long we've been?
I'm afraid
Burner.
it's 1995.
No,
And
because I had a
phones
burner.
usually don't
Oh, it doesn't have a
You
clock.
could check your watch if you have.
Oh,
a
I.
watch. Yeah.
I'm too new.
Well,
to
look
this
at
world.
my
Yeah.
wrist.
It is August, and you went down at sundown. So we'll say you went down at 7:08.
Mhm.
You went into the smoking lounge at 7:08 p.m. It is currently, according to your watch, 7:08 p.m. Still.
Hmm.
Time stands still.
Tap it. Hmm. Okay. Well,
What?
we just keep walking.
Are you telling me that no time has passed since we've been gone?
Well, either that or my watch is broken, which also could be true.
I noticed something similar when I was up here initially. I didn't lose any time.
New data. This is good. New information.
We do have to keep moving, though.
Yeah, okay.
Staying still just lets it shift around us more. And I guess we'll go the opposite direction of the mannequins, right?
Yeah, that works.
Mm-hmm.
You turn. Oh, there is a suggestion, Hoop, and I'm assuming that's Hoop and Chatmate.
Yeah.
Suggesting that you should split up to cover more ground.
Hi, Hoop.
Do you
No.
want to do that? Okay.
Nah.
You move counter mannequin.
Contra
and you
mannequin.
Start walking down. Who's in the lead here? Is it still Michael leading the way?
Gun boy.
It seems I have been elected leader for having the most intact brain. And
And a
All you want
gun.
to do
And a
is
gun.
walk. All you want to do is walk around. Okay. So.
Okay, Mr. Walk Around. Roll me a sanity check.
I will. And it'll be
I can
great,
say
except
that.
it won't. It's a 97 out of 56.
That's a heavy
Whoop.
sanity.
No sanity
That's
loss.
your problem right there.
No loss for you this time. You walk and you start to make headway. You're getting away from those mannequins. You come to a corner, a turn to the right. How do you approach the corner? Do you do it in military style, or do you just walk around the corner?
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely
Okay.
making sure we do it carefully and peeking
Yep, yep.
before going around fully.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you do the same thing. You move up to peak position, so to speak, and as you peek around the corner, a good ways off, maybe 40 feet or so, you see what appears to be a hospital table or a gurney or something like that, and it's right in the middle of the hallway. And on this gurney, there is a person. Appear to be strapped down, the wrists and ankles, dressed in a hospital Johnny, like a gown. And you can see them talking, and you can hear a little bit like they're talking to themselves.
All right, there's someone up ahead. They're strapped down, but they still might be dangerous. Stick together. Start saying if you feel anything weird.
Other than...
Yes, beyond your current state.
I was not referring to my current state. I'm referring to literally everything currently happening is pretty fucking weird. You doing the staring thing again. Okay, carry on.
Just stay close. Martini, we're gonna pincer him. Alright?
Yeah.
I'll keep Mythic on my backside.
Okay.
And,
Okay. The two of you breach the corner. You turn around. Guns out.
It looks super cool.
It does look super cool. And
A little army of two shit.
As you get closer, you see that it's a man in his mid-30s. You're relieved to see that, from all appearances, he is a human. He is not a mannequin.
Is he a clown?
He is not a clown. He's dressed in a gown.
Clowns aren't
hospital
human, you
gown.
know that.
He's dressed in a hospital gown, and he's strapped to this table, and you can hear him saying, "When do I come back? When do I?" And he's just talking and talking and talking. How close do you get? What's the plan?
Close enough to start to hear, I think.
Okay. He's just mumbling. Like, you hear him just say things like, "I don't know what to do. I've followed all the rules. Good." And he's just looking. At this point, he should be able to see you. But he doesn't appear to recognize your presence.
I'd like to get closer and see if I can see any, like, it's a gurney, so are there any, like, clipboards or documentation on it?
It's when I say gurney, it's a table. Like, there's no wheels on the bottom of it. It appears, but it's like a traction bench. Like, it's like, you know, it looks like it should be in a hospital, but it is firm and made for someone to be strapped down on it. And as you get closer, you're looking for like a name or a clipboard or more information, and you don't see any. How close do you get?
Pretty dang close. I am looking for a clipboard, so he does have to come around, like, next to him in the hallway, effectively, to try and skirt around him.
I'll also be quite close, because I kind of want to just see if he notices, like wave a little bit in front of his face.
You wave your hand in his line of sight, and you don't get any reaction. Although, when you sort of go like that, there's like a momentary pause from this man's mumbling, as if maybe he heard or felt your hand passing in front of him. And he just goes back to mumbling. And he starts crying and sobbing a little bit.
Michael, I think this is...
What? Hello?
Smoking gun.
Hello? He starts looking around frantically. He says, Is someone there? Is someone... I'm Vega. Hello? My name is Vega. Please, can you answer me? Can someone answer me?
Vega.
Hello?
Okay.
Vega.
Hello? I don't know. I don't know where I am. I don't...
Breathe. Just take a breath.
Who is that?
Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and down.
My name is Agent Vega.
Agent?
Uh-huh.
What department? What division?
DEA. I don't have a... I'm not sure how I got here. Who are you?
We're just passing through, and you seemed like you were in a confused state.
He starts sobbing again. He's like, just passing through.
Vega, we're FBI.
Hello? FBI. All of you are FBI.
Yeah.
How did you get here?
I was a part of a group that was investigating something, and I just... I can't talk
have to be
about
more
it.
specific.
I can't.
We can maybe get you out of here, but you have to tell us how you got here.
I'm with a paragovernmental group. We investigate.
We're from MCell.
There is a long silence. And you see this look of shock go over his face. And then he says, "You're with Delta Green."
Yes.
So there's the V cell.
He says, "My name is Michael Whitwer. I'm a DEA agent from..." And then clunk. There's this loud mechanical thud. And you see that the floor around the table starts to recede as the table starts to sink down into the floor. And he starts to scream uncontrollably. He just starts screaming and screaming.
Can we
Get
get
him off of there!
The table?
Yeah.
Can we get him off the table? Can we get him
You
on the
reach
table?
out and you try to undo his leather straps, but he starts sinking faster and faster until you're over the edge of this hole with your arms stretched down, trying to open these things, and you can't get a grasp on them. And he continues to scream and wail as this table starts to take this Michael Whitwer deeper down into the ground.
Mythic like grabs at Martini to like pull her back up so before she gets sucked into the floor.
Mm.
You pull her back in.
Michael gives one last big haul, but then just falls back, letting go. Probably his fingers a bit burned.
What
Finally,
happened to him?
the screaming stops.
Easy.
Do you think he was from Delta Green?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely think he's from Delta Green. Yeah. Could I just propose a theory here that perhaps we're not the first cell that's been sent in to investigate this particular building, and that maybe, just maybe, Delta Green doesn't give a shit if we live or die? Because that's what I'm seeing right there with Mr. V-Cell that just sunk into the floor.
No,
it seems like they're throwing a lot of bodies at this problem.
We have no idea how he got here. So before you start having some opinions on your position here, I suggest you stop and focus on what's most important right now, and that's getting the hell out.
The pit is still there.
Is it taking up the whole corridor? Okay.
Get into the pit.
I love someone. I did not expect Kid Rock to come up in this stream. That was the last thing I thought would happen.
I lose one sanity for the Kid Rock reference.
We need
Everybody
to
does.
get
I'm so
out
sorry
of
for that.
here,
Sure.
and then you can go and figure out what you want to do with the rest of your life.
Mythic.
Yes.
Make me an int times 5 check.
Oh.
I want to see if you remember something.
Is it because I'm really smart?
Because you're smart.
Int? Do you just... Oh, just regular old intelligence.
Yeah, you just hit the int button.
Just hit the int button.
Int times...
God, just hit it.
If you just click the button, it
Just
should
hit
be.
it.
You just click int.
Just
Yeah, so if you go to statistics and
Oh,
click intelligence, you
just
should.
hit it.
Yeah, just hit it.
Yeah,
Hey.
nailed it.
Oh,
You
you
are
are
very
smart.
Smart enough to know that you've read the name Michael Whitwer somewhere recently.
Michael Whitwer.
It sounds.
It was on a
familiar.
piece of paper, but it wasn't a normal piece of paper. It had a specific purpose. This thought is rattling around inside your brain.
Ah! I got it. I got it in my notes. Do you want it? Do you have it?
Yeah, feed it into Mythic's brain.
Okay, so it was a long piece of heavyweight stiff paper, stiff corners. It was a boarding pass for an airplane with Michael Whitwer for June 6, 2015.
Oh,
June 6, 2015.
So 20 years in the
2015. It was
future.
from the
That
future.
fucker's from the future. Okay.
He's
Whoa.
from the goddamn future.
No, but that's so you're like, I think, Michael, this is one of those, you're in the middle of like telling Mythic to shut the fuck up, basically.
Yeah.
And he does one of those, wait. Whitwer, Michael Whitwer. That thing, airline ticket thingy. Do you have that?
Airline ticket?
Where did we find that?
It's back in the room, probably. We're cataloging it, remember?
Mm.
What about the airline ticket? Does it help us get out of here?
His name is on it. Whitwer, Michael Whitwer.
Okay. Well,
The
we
ticket
know
that's
he was
dated from the
here.
year 2015. 20 years in the future. That guy. That's the name.
Hmm.
So maybe, I guess, I'm gonna have to go and revise my previous statement. When I say Delta Green's been throwing a lot of bodies at this particular problem, I think we might actually have come first. And he came later. So we're the meat grinder fodder.
I mean,
We're
that
not.
requires a sanity check from everyone.
Yeah, fuck me. Oh, Christ on a
Could I leverage my absolute faith in the system and get a bonus modifier?
bootlicker?
No,
It's just your love
It's-
of bureaucracy.
just my belief that Delta Green is
His love of authority.
It's fine. It's
I
fine.
You drank the Kool-Aid.
40 out of 56. I have friends who I believe in this.
Am I doing
you know.
one too? Are we all
Yeah, it's
doing one?
everybody.
Everyone's doing one.
Oh, okay.
All the
and
cool
we
kids
can
are
doing
doing
do-
one. Sanity
Best.
check. 40 out of
Look at
56
that.
for me. I'm all kinds of
17
good.
out of 31, I passed.
I think we're just waiting on Martini.
Okay. Yeah.
just
yeah.
continue.
Yep.
Missed it by
I'm
this
failing
much.
everything.
I wonder
So
why.
close, you
Maybe your
know.
sanity's 26.
Martini, you take 1
Yes.
point of sanity damage,
Yeah, of
but that could have been more.
I just can't wait to see what Martini
Thank
at
you,
Breaking Point
God.
is like.
You're welcome.
It'll be soon.
However,
Not you.
Michael's got a direct line.
I
that
prayed. for
pit is still open.
Can we skirt around it? Is there
I-
enough space there?
I do want to feel like we have a light source. Yeah, a little pocket flashlight.
flashlight.
Thing.
I would guess Michael would.
I got one of those little tool things, the things your
Little
dad
pen
has on a
light.
A mini
keychain.
mag
Yeah,
light? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
he's just got a little like, his inner pocket, and his jacket has one of those kind of things, and he's just gonna pop that and see if he can see down into the pit even a little bit.
You look down into the pit, and there's no sign of Michael Whitwer. It's this pure darkness, except then you see a distant, pale face with empty eye sockets looking back up at you. And then the floor closes.
Oh. We all
You
saw
already
that,
did a
right?
sand check, so I won't make you do another one.
Just, yeah. I don't know if anyone else is looking in the pit, but
I was.
And
looking
it's like at an
around.
impossible distance.
we need to leave this place.
Yep.
Oh shit, Sherlock.
We need to burn this whole
Let's
building to
go.
the ground.
Okay,
Ooh.
now back up. Hold on. Let's pull back from that particular ledge.
I kind of agree. This place is a bit of a freak show.
Okay. First of all, demons. Second of all, burning things to the ground that are infected with demons or whatever the hell else is going on here doesn't necessarily kill them. You may just release them into the wider environment. That's not a
is that how it
solution.
works?
I get where you're coming from. Not a solution.
Okay.
It's an option.
We'll
Options
explore
and
all
solutions
options.
are not the same with respect.
We'll explore all solutions, all options once we get out of here. So keep going straight.
Couldn't agree more that getting out of here is the most important thing to do right the fuck now.
Let's go.
Okay, who is leading?
I will lead.
Martini, which way are you going?
You know, I was gonna
Isn't
say
it
I
just-
do like Martini being in front of me rather than behind me. So yeah, that's great.
Who wouldn't be happy?
Prefer
Um,
Michael behind you.
You've got back towards the way you came, or further down this one hall.
Oh no. I don't think we would go back the way we came, so just keep going like past the pit. Right? But the pit's not there anymore.
Sure.
But, yeah.
Okay, you start heading down that direction, and eventually you hit another four-way intersection. Which will be a
Right.
turn.
Mhm.
Left, right, or forward or back.
I turn to the others and I say, I'm gonna say straight. Any votes for left or right?
Any path is a good path if we forge it. As long as we're pushing onward and away from where we were.
So, because either left or right could just go straight back, right? If you're thinking about a building, something's gotta, I don't know. But if
You're
keep
still
going
thinking
straight,
about this like a building. You need to stop
It's
that.
not.
it's not
You're
a
right.
building.
We're in a maze.
No, it's not. It's a labyrinth. It's not reasonable. It's not going to respond to any of your normal rules of logic. And I think maybe
Okay.
maybe that's part of the solution. The quicker we dispense with that thought.
Mhm.
So, Martini, I guess what I'm saying is, go which way feels right.
Is there's no feeling, right? It's just whichever I
Vibe
choose.
check.
Vibe
You tell
check.
You tell me.
I'm gonna close my eyes for a second.
My
And
father's
then
sword.
choose a path.
Yeah.
Choose your own adventure.
Yo, roll a d4, see what happens.
As long as
Yeah,
you keep
actually,
your
I
thumb
think-
in the book, it doesn't
Mhm.
count.
You just flip back. I didn't mean to choose that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What are you
So
rolling over there? D4. Nice.
so it was straight. So right.
Straight. You gotta go to right. Roll me a sanity check.
Oh, I think that was the wrong way.
Coming to the madness.
She's gonna
Hey!
10.
Hey.
Nailed it.
Finally succeeded.
You go to turn right, and like as you turn, you realize that the hallway stops. It goes 5 feet, and then it's more like an alcove. I'm gonna let you choose here, and this is the way we do this here, because you succeeded. Do you lose 1 sanity point, or do you lose 1 willpower point?
Get willpower back when you sleep.
I'll do willpower.
Okay. On this wall in front of you
Sorry.
are these framed black and white photographs, all in a line. And each one has a single person in it, staring ahead into the camera. And each one of those people is dressed in clothing from the 1930s. And all of them, from this distance, you can tell each of them is holding a something in their hand. And then on each picture frame, there is a little a plaque, not a plaque, like a little tag on it with writing on it.
Can I? Michael, can you pass me your torch? Let's see what the little tag says?
Oh, now I know you're definitely not American, but hands you the the little light. No, no going back now.
Wow, we learned something about Martini today.
She's been all over the world, baby. Martini, you approach these pictures, and each one is a person standing, staring straight ahead, no expression on their face, and they're holding a bottle. But the bottle in each picture looks different. It's not like there's a standard bottle. It's not the same one. And at the base of each photograph is a name. And the first one that you see says A. Darabandi. And you see this thin man with a sort of a little tiny mustache holding a bottle. The next one says E. Losette. Lossette. And the next one says J. Linz. And there's another that says E. Mosby. D. Carver. G. Topchick. L. Boyd. And H. Lundeen. Michael.
You mean
L.
to tell
Boyd
me? Yeah, L. Boyd. Oh, Boyd.
rings a bell for you, and the face of the person in the picture also rings a bell for you. But in the last photograph, there's a single bottle with no person holding it, sitting on the floor, and the name at the bottom of the photograph is D. McDonald.
Oh, Boyd. Oh, Boyd. Oh, Boyd. Oh, Boyd. Oh, Boyd.
You know that name.
Yeah.
Acclaimed author. Faculty at the University of Wisconsin.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Wait a minute!
That's what I was thinking. I was like, that's your real name.
I didn't realize. I forgot my own name.
I know.
I think that's a good place to take our
That's why
break.
I was so surprised.
Colin
I
failed a
recognize
sanity
that.
check.
Mm-hmm. Colin failed a sanity check, so we need to give
Fuck.
Colin a few seconds to compose himself.
We all have to compose.
Yeah. We're gonna go use the facilities, get a snack or something, and
Drinking again.
yeah. Well, we picked a bad day to quit sniffing glue. Is all I'm gonna say about that. Everybody, stay here, stay in chat, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We are back. We're back. Hey everybody, welcome back to the McAllister building, or whatever grew out of it, with our playthrough of Impossible Landscapes, as our party seeks to navigate a place where I think they've finally come to terms with this isn't a building anymore. They don't know where they are, but they're getting it. They're getting it. You all find yourselves in front of this wall of photographs of people holding bottles with names at the bottom, or at least initials and last names. Michael recognizes one, and of course everybody who's read The City Never Sleeps recognizes the other one, because it belongs to Agent Mythic. It's his real name, which he doesn't make a big deal out of throwing around casually. And yet here it is on this picture of a bottle by itself, not being held by anyone. Everybody go ahead and make me a sand check, just to start with.
Just for fun.
Just for funsies.
Funsies.
No.
Yes.
61 out of 56.
Yeah.
Good.
How'd everybody else do?
Working on it.
Where's mine?
Good. Keep going. Failure.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to put this off onto a bond.
All right.
Gotta find out how much.
Cass, did you roll? Is a failure for you too?
36.
All right,
Yeah.
1 point each.
Okay, how do I mark that I am bucking this onto a bond?
Okay, so if this would take you to your breaking point, you roll 1d4.
Yep. Well, is it when you reach it or when you go below it?
It's whenever you would hit it.
Okay.
Yeah, so reach it. It is a breaking point, not a breaking gate. I don't know. So go ahead and roll me 1d4, Colin.
Okay.
And you will pick a bond, subtract this from their bond score. And
well, my therapist is not going to be happy.
Turk, am I forgetting anything?
I believe you should be fine. I just want to, make sure I have it on.
So you subtract that from that bond score, and then
roll 1d4, reduce your willpower by that much, and as long as you have at least 1 willpower, reduce the sand loss by that amount of willpower spent, the amount you roll to a minimum of 0.
Yeah.
So
you lose 2 willpower points, you lose 2 sanity, and your new breaking point becomes your power minus your sanity.
Well, wait. He's projecting onto a bond, though.
Oh, so he's not losing those points.
He's not losing it. He uses the willpower, so it's the 2. So he loses 1, but because he rolled a 2, he only loses 1 willpower.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're still at 1 point away from your breaking
Oh,
point.
sorry. Yeah, you lose 2 willpower and reduce the a bond score by the same amount. So you take 0 sanity loss. But
you lose 2 willpower.
You lose 2 willpower and 2 from a bond.
But you still are just 1 point away from losing that sanity.
Yeah, still teetering on the brink. And now my therapist doesn't like me more. So that's okay.
Yeah, we'll play that out later. We've also got a bond scene with Michael to play out later.
Yeah.
Yippity. You've also got another hero point. Just in case you need to make another reroll. We'll say that's for anybody who wants it. You're facing this wall of photographs. Let me reset this scene for you, because it's Asadera Bondi that rings a bell. I think for all of you at this point as the architect of this building. There's a lot of names and faces that you don't recognize. There is that one at the end that has Mythic's name on it, with just a bottle by itself. And then in the middle, there's this guy that Michael knows. Michael, do you react? Do you do anything?
I think while most people are looking over at Mythic's image or lack of image, Michael's absolutely staring right into the eye, that I assume non-emotive eyes of Boyd. L. Boyd.
Yeah. That is your former commander. And he's got a vacant expression on his face, but he's holding a bottle.
We're getting out of here. Now.
Roll me a sanity check.
Again?
Yep.
I just did. Success, 45 out of 55. I, for some reason, didn't include my reduced score, but I did it anyway.
You say, we're getting out of here, and then you have no idea which way to go, and you feel confounded by the night floors, and you lose either 1 sanity or 1 willpower.
I'll drop a willpower.
Okay. So, turning back around, you have that 4-way intersection. You're still at this just little alcove off of one of the junctions. You can go right, left, forward.
Forward was the hole. So right.
Okay. Turn right. It's easy enough to do. You look ahead, and it's just a long hallway. Every few, like, dozen feet, there's an apartment door. You know, it has a number on it, but the numbers don't make sense. There's no sequence to it or pattern. Some of them aren't even numbers. They're symbols or things that you've never seen before.
As we leave to follow, those pictures hanging on the wall. Mythic just wants to quickly touch the one that has his name on it and see, does it move?
So, it appears to be hung there by a nail or something like that. So Mythic leans in. You reach out and touch it. And Mythic, you hear a near silent voice in your head whisper, "It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God." And you need to roll me another sanity check.
Had to fucking touch it.
Of course, of course.
Doc's out here like, look at this mousetrap. And we're like, ooh, boy. Jeez.
That's a heavy one.
What'd you get there, homie?
That's well, yeah, hey, you know, back in the old...
It's an 86.
Yeah, back
normally
in the old days.
Yep, go ahead.
The
Go ahead
opposite
and
of the
explain
69 roll.
Yeah, it was. And it still is.
Yeah.
In the old days, this would have lost you one point of sanity loss. But instead, I'm going to have you roll a d6 for me.
Oh, no. Okay.
Ooh.
That's a threatening die.
Could be 1.
It's a 2, though. It's a 2.
Do you want to project this onto your bond? Do you want to... So, for those of you at home, to put it in narrative terms, do you want to sacrifice the wellness of your personal relationships and life in order to not collapse in on yourself?
That's the question I've been asking myself for a long time. How about yes, and I mean, he's gonna break eventually. Just how many of his personal relationships can I destroy in the meantime? I am gonna project it onto a bond.
Okay. Roll me a d4.
I got a 2.
Another 2. All right. You either take 2. You take 2 willpower points away from yourself. Keep in mind that willpower is your ability to keep going. It's spoons. So if you hit, I think might even be 1 willpower, or maybe 0. If you run out, you collapse, like you're just unconscious. So you lose 2 willpower
it's not
points.
great.
You take 2 away from that relationship. It could be your therapist again. Could be your ex-wife. Could be somebody else.
All right, comrades. Best friend or ex-wife? What do we think?
I say,
Let's put a poll in the chat.
You
know what?
Yeah, you know what? Chat.
Let's do that.
Chat.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Can we put a poll in the chat?
Should I wreck my relationship with my already ex-wife?
Right.
Or should I wreck my relationship with my best friend who may or may not be sleeping with my ex-wife?
Because we won't need the consequences of this until you hopefully maybe get out of this place.
Yeah.
Come on.
Rules
And-
clarification.
And I need
haven't
you
talked
guys
to
to
my
keep
ex-wife
track
yet.
of those things to know that.
Point of
Oh, hi, Hoop. It is best friend or ex-wife.
Or ex-wife.
Point of order, at 2 willpower, your agent has a temporary emotional collapse. At
Oh,
0, you fall unconscious.
Okay, so guys, I'm at 1 willpower. I don't know why it started at 2. It started at 2.
That doesn't seem right.
Your willpower... okay,
Is
so your
your-
willpower is equal to your POW.
My power.
Power
Yeah.
source.
Oh, so
It
it should have
should-
been
it-
10.
10. There you go. That sounds right. So
Were
now
you
it's-
projecting onto a bond before, or doing anything that required willpower?
Yeah,
Oh,
just
maybe,
else.
and then it didn't reset afterwards.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
Well,
Yeah.
if you didn't sleep.
Oh, let's all go vote in the poll. Okay.
Yeah. We can carry on in the meantime. Yeah,
okay.
there's a poll up there on Twitch.
Yep.
Should I wreck my relationship with my best friend or my
Check in the chat
ex-wife?
on the poll. I don't
Oh,
know
we got a
what that
dead
is.
heat tie. I'm not gonna
Hold on,
vote. I am
listen.
officially agnostic.
Right,
on
ignore
this
it.
point.
Ignore it. Ignore it.
Yep.
Let's all
Vote
take a
with
deep
your
breath
heart.
and go back to horror. You are walking down this hallway. What's the conversation mood? Sword and Key, thank you for the
Oh,
raid.
sorry. Doc, just one quick point of order. When I touched that thing, I wanted to take it off the wall.
You can take it.
Okay. So
It's like a
with that
little,
in mind,
it's like this big. It's a framed photograph
of a bottle.
Of a bottle with your name on it.
That's the only thing that's written on the bottle.
Yep.
My name.
No, it's not written on the bottle. It's written on the picture frame.
It's on the frame.
Mm-hmm.
The bottle itself has no markings. Just the bottle.
And I'm going to ask you this, just because I'm curious. What does this bottle look like?
It is. You ever seen a bottle? What am I saying? I mean, we're all adults here. A bottle of Hendrick's gin, that black apothecary bottle,
yeah,
sort of looking thing.
I like that. I'm gonna save that information. Hendrick's. All right. That's the picture of the bottle. That's what the bottle looks like.
So we're walking, and Mythic's just staring at this framed photo that's got his name on it.
Oh, you took it. That's smart. At least it's not there.
I mean, have a name on it, so guess it's mine.
We can't be here any longer. You're both losing it. It's not good that you have that thing. It's cursed.
I don't think that a framed photo of a bottle with my name on it is the most dangerous thing we have encountered here, Michael.
I think it kind of adds up, right? Like little bits here, little bits there, demons around, and
also speaking of, hold on. I mean, you're saying I'm cracking up. What was that? I saw what you did. You looked at a picture and then you freaked out.
You didn't.
Sorry.
You didn't.
Well, I didn't. I saw both of you two freak out. Okay, I freaked out when I saw Mythics, but I wasn't that attached. You know?
But you weren't looking at my name.
We're all compromised here. That's all you need to know. And the sooner we get out of here, the better.
Michael, we have a problem.
I agree. They don't like me.
Also, the hallway has ended.
Hallway is in
front of you is a door, and that door,
Michael hates doors.
At the top of it says exit.
We did it.
No, it can't be that easy.
It was that easy to get in here.
When you left the last time?
The smoking lounge. You always have to go through the smoking lounge. Smoking lounge is the 4th floor. Beyond is... I don't know.
Should we go back?
No. Stack up. We're going through.
Well, now we like
okay. Martini has her gun out.
Who opens the door?
Mythic has his picture frame.
I'm going to push the door with as much of a singular shove as I can with my arm.
Okay. Make me a sanity check.
Oh.
You know what? Good for me.
Knew. That's why I didn't want to.
This is bullying now.
What you got?
This is just bullying.
51 out of 55. That's a success.
Nice. You push and you click, and the handle turns, but the door doesn't open. And you look up around the door frame and you realize that it's not separate. It's just like a little indentation in the wall, carved to look like a door.
It's a fake door.
This Winchester House bullshit.
Looney Tunes motherfuckers.
Did Michael just say that out loud?
Yeah. And he goes to kick it. Real.
Okay, roll me an unarmed attack.
Oh my god, Michael cussed.
Michael's
gosh.
unhinged.
Where is unarmed combat? Boom, here we go. 40 out of 60.
Oh, hell is other people.
I assume a 60 is a success for him. 40 out of 60.
Yeah, 40 out of 60 is absolutely a success.
You hit this wall real good, and you reach out and you kick it, and when you kick it, part of the door wall breaks and becomes a crack. Like, not a wide one, like maybe this, you know? But it appears to be empty on the other side. And through the crack in the wall,
Or wall.
you think you feel like wind, like there's air coming through, there's flow.
Keep hitting this with me.
Yep.
On 3.
Right.
And then count down 1, 2, and
Go.
goes to boot it again.
When you boot it this time together, it starts to crumble and fall, but then the frame starts to disintegrate and crumble, and then the walls around it, and then the ceiling, until everything in the hallway around you collapses like a house of cards. And you realize that you're standing on a stage. Behind you, where the hallway you came from was, is a plywood backdrop of a hallway stretching down into the distance. And then all of you turn around and there are these bright lights in your faces. But as you cover your eyes and strive to look out over the crowd, you see hundreds of humanoid shapes seated in an audience. And as soon as you realize this, you hear this round of applause coming from the audience.
The world's a stage.
What is...
I looking to stage left and right.
And all around.
Look to the left and the right. There are wings to this stage. They are pitch black.
Is there any other clear exit?
You look out into the audience. You can't make it out unless you sort of get your head in front of those footlights.
Mm-hmm.
Are they continuing to clap?
No, they all stopped abruptly.
Cool.
Should we bow?
I'm
Are we getting
looking.
an encore?
I'm looking out beyond this pitch lights, stage lights.
Walk forward slowly, I imagine.
Yeah.
Until the light is passes your face, right? So you can see past it. And you look out, and there are hundreds of those humanoid-sized marionettes sitting in the audience, staring up at you. But all of them have strings. And the strings ascend up into the ceiling, but it's so dark up there you can't make out where they stop.
Off the stage.
Into the audience or...
Get the
out
fuck
of the
off the
wings?
stage to the wings. I don't care which
Okay.
one.
Okay. I run
Okay, you run to one of the
I'll-
wings?
yeah.
To the audience? Where do you go?
one of the wings.
Okay, you run over to one of the wings, and it's just this
Yeah, the
brief little wing where there's a curtain on one side of you and a wall on the other side, and just a wall. Nothing. There's no exit there. Turn around, go to
There's
the other
nothing
one.
here.
Same thing.
Yeah,
Michael,
Mythic
as you
didn't
look
follow.
out-
Mythic stays on stage.
Okay, Michael, as you continue to look out at these marionettes, you see that there are doors lining the aisles. The side aisles of this proscenium-style theater there's a door every 5 rows or so.
There's nothing here.
I got it.
Into
Follow
the
me.
audience. Okay. Let's go.
And I'm if Martini's moving, and I check, I'm doing the buddy system.
Mm-hmm.
Martini
Mythic,
gets
let's go.
past. Is Mythic moving?
You said you're running for the doors?
Yeah, into the audience.
This is hard.
So, Michael, you start to move towards the doors.
I take a step towards what I assume is the
You shot for the
stairs.
others.
The stairs down
there are
off the
stairs to the
stage.
side.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm motioning for the others to follow, which I assume Martini does. But
You look back.
yeah,
Mythic, you're standing there. Your eyes have adjusted now. You can see that the audience is objects. They're not real people.
He just looks out at them. Mythic is just getting the sense they're being put on stage. There must be a reason. And we talked before about the more we try to fight against this with logic and reason, the less it makes sense. So there must be a purpose. So he steps forward and kind of just seeing if it works, like motions for the spotlight, like literally wants to be
Spotlight,
lit.
you.
And he looks out at the audience and says, "What do you want? What would entertain you? Is that what you want, right? Do you want to be entertained?"
Give me a sanity check. Just you.
I'm about to roll unarmed combat because
Success. 14.
You get no loss and no reaction from the crowd. But as you turn and look down, you see that tucked behind one of the footlights, there's a book.
Tucked behind one of the what?
The footlights. It's just like leaning up against
Front of the stage.
one. Yeah, not like it would catch on fire, but it's right there. You didn't notice it before.
He literally like looks to the audience and does one of these. He's like, "Hold that thought," and then reaches over to grab it.
Okay, you pick it up, and there on the cover, there's no art, and no imagery, but it has the words, "The city never sleeps. An Agent Cool Mystery," by Dexter McDonald.
I think that's the moment Michael is going to come over and like grab Mythic by the back of the neck and front of the shirt. "Dexter, we are leaving!" And start pulling Mythic as hard as he can towards the side stairs.
Martini charges through the doors.
Okay. Martini, you run to the first door that you reach, and as you move down the stairs into the audience, a handful of the marionettes track your movement and look at you, but don't make any other movements. You reach this door, you're going to open it?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a sanity check.
Oh. Right.
What if we learned about doors?
They could. I failed 36.
Okay. No sanity loss.
No.
And you open the door, and it's a hallway from the 4th floor of the McAllister building. Could be one that you just walked down a few moments ago.
Can I go to the next one? Because there are a few up on the sides, right?
Yeah, you go to the next one, and you open it up. Same thing, which does not make sense because it's a higher elevation, right up the stairs. But it's a hallway from the 4th floor of the McAllister building.
Guys, what are we doing?
Get us an exit. Mythic, can
They're
you
all the
walk on your
same.
own? Are you willing to move on your own?
And he's like,
And yeah, tosses him, pushes him in front, and is now just staring out into the crowd. Get us a door that's not a hallway.
Okay. I run up and I open each door.
Roll me a sanity check.
I think like Martini's like running, like frantically opening doors while Michael and Mythic are like
42.
bickering.
With a failure.
Yeah.
Oh,
You run
God.
up to the next one and you open it, and it opens upon what appears to be a library. There are rows and rows of bookshelves that are chock full of books on them. It is not a hallway.
Hey,
It is just what you wanted to find.
there's a library here, not a hallway.
Fuck it, worth a shot.
Should we? Yeah.
Michael, I know you think that you're being really level-headed and leader-like right now, but you're not. You're actually just frantically tearing open doors and multiplying the problems. Okay?
To say multiplying the problems, all of the mannequins in the audience stand up in unison. But do they stand or are they pulled? Because the strings at their shoulders and neck and joints are tight.
Mythic, you can either get to the door and you can have a conversation with your new friends.
Oh, go!
Moving, yeah.
Yep. Into the library.
Into the library. As you all enter, the mannequins turn to watch you go. And just as one of them approaches the door, the others erupt once more into a sound of wooden applause. And then one of them closes the door behind you. You're surrounded by thousands of books on thick mahogany bookshelves. But I do want an alertness check from everyone.
Oof.
Oh, this is bad.
Success! 65 out of 69.
Oh, I got excited.
Failure 90. They
Failure
did
for
too
Colin.
bad.
Michael, as all three of you are scanning around, looking at these stacks of books, you realize that, wait a minute, this carpeting, the edge work of the room, this is decorated like one of the apartments on the bottom floors of the McAllister building. This lines up with some of the same stylistic choices of all the apartments that you've seen.
I think we're back at the McAllister. I don't know. Does the layout look familiar to the apartments? Like, or is it just...
Well, that's the thing, is this doesn't look like an apartment. This looks like a vast sea of books. There's just shelves going on for... It looks like you're in the basement of a university or, like it's just like stacks.
Does it look familiar to me?
It does not.
Okay.
Can Martini open the door again?
Martini, you turn around and you open the door. And it's a broom closet.
I've got a straight shot now. Come on, push a little bit further.
You start pushing through these books, the bookshelves, deeper into this room until it opens up. You realize that it is one of the apartments, but this doesn't make sense. Because it's way too big. But as you emerge out of this section of a library, you're in one of the residents' apartments. There is like books on the shelves. There's like a couch.
Is there baloney on the wall?
There is not. But there is some collectible artwork from certain other cultures. There's a cross-cultural display of decoration here.
Oh no!
Oh God, not her.
Anyone but her.
There's like a couple masks hanging on the walls.
Oh God!
There's like some sort of like spear or something over the fireplace, and there is an Arrested Development poster on one of the walls. The band, not the TV show.
I would say the TV show premiered in 2003. That's the weirdest
You're
thing
in
to
the
happen
future.
all day. By the way, when you first introduced that character last episode, one rather critical fact I completely missed about her, but did not catch until rewatch of the VOD, was that she was white. Completely missed that. That changes her entire fucking character.
Sure does.
Oh boy.
Yes, this appears to be, by those deductions, the apartment of Michelle Van Fitz.
Yeah.
But as you turn around and look at the section you just came from, it's a football field. It should not physically fit inside the McAllister building.
Literal football field, or
no, it's the size of one. Yeah.
Gotcha.
You're actually playing football. That's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't know what the inside of her apartment was like. We didn't get that far.
No, we were at the door. Right? No, we did go. I did go.
No, not with Van Fitz.
We didn't really get in there. Not far. Wait a minute. Van Fitz was reading that book that I got a copy of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you saw that. You're the only one I think who saw that.
Yeah, it was just.
No, it was Martini. Martini saw that.
Martini asked me to grab a copy of it.
Mm-hmm.
Martini, you see the very end table and armchair where you first saw that book. There's no book on the table at the moment, but there are books everywhere. So.
It doesn't sound like anyone's in the apartment.
Roll me an alertness check.
Oh, come on, alertness.
Out of character, the reason I mentioned this to you, Casa, though, is because the librarian told me that someone had just returned that book that day. So if it's missing, I'm wondering if that's related. That's why I bring it up.
I got a 20. Success.
Nice.
You listen closely, and from one of the hallways around the corner in the real apartment, you hear footsteps approaching.
Guys, someone's coming. Hide?
Are we back?
Hello?
We'll have to see. Hide.
Shit.
Martini tries to find a corner under
I will add, you also said that you can see from here, oh, that's the front door, right? That you looked past and saw that table. There's the front, theoretically, the front door back into the McAllister building.
We could just head through there. That's not the...
The footsteps are getting closer.
I'm going for the front door, yeah.
Okay, go for the front door.
Yeah, oh.
Okay. All of you, gosh, that would be a dexterity check, I think. Because you're trying, like, I need some sort of a group check here.
All right.
So we'll go with, like, best 2 of 3.
Well, do better than me.
Failure?
82 out of
It's
70.
a success.
1
8.
success. Mythic.
Okay.
Come on, it's all on
Trying
you.
to slip out undetected.
Oh, 68! So close.
You've got a hero point. You've got a hero point.
I've got a hero point.
But so does Michael. So does Michael. So theoretically, either one of you could reroll.
Take
My
it.
dexterity is pretty good. Let's see.
Yeah, no, you're only 5 lower than me, so it's there you go.
Hey, success! Success!
Yeah.
You slip out and close the door like
You have a 70, yeah.
silently,
I do, yeah.
but from the other side, you're now in the hallway of the second floor of the McAllister building. But you can hear Michelle Van Fitz saying, "Who is it? Who's there?"
Move.
Run down the hall
Yeah.
as quietly as possible.
Run to
You get down the
Abigail's
stairs.
apartment?
Running for your life. Quiet,
Okay.
quiet.
And you duck back into Abigail's apartment and close the door behind you.
Oh, merciful God.
Michael, can I talk to you?
You can speak freely here.
Did you want to talk privately? Should I skedaddle on out of here?
Would you just give us a minute,
Yeah,
Martini?
yeah.
Thanks.
I don't want to go out and back into the hallway because Michelle might be there. Is there like a window?
There's a
Or like
there's another like part of the apartment like, far enough away.
And I will just move.
Yeah. Mhm.
I am more than willing to forgive the manhandling that you just subjected me to back there. That's all right. I understand you were under stress. You did what you thought was necessary. But what I need you to understand is this, Michael. You know my name. I don't make a secret about who I am. Okay? You might think that that's a weakness. But I'm here to tell you right now, for whatever the fuck is going on, it is in fact a strength, because whether or not you want to accept it, you are part of this, Michael. That script that Micro found, that I read, had us in it. My name has appeared on a wall. A name that you don't feel the need to divulge it's important to you also appeared on a wall. Pictures of people that we know and love in antiquated garb have been popping up in books. Whatever the fuck is happening here, this entity knows quite a bit about who we are. And the more that we share that with one another, the more likely we are to figure out what the fuck is happening. So your shell of secrecy that you cling to so very desperately may just get us killed. Or, this would be really fun, may just get us strapped to a fucking gurney and then dropped into a bottomless pit in a limitless void of hallways. Okay? So how about we drop the rough exterior for just a fucking minute and we talk to each other like people, and we explain what is happening. We explain the significance of some of the things that we're seeing, and maybe we could get to the bottom of the problem. I know that's hard for you. I don't know. Pray on it if you have to, if that helps. That's all I gotta say, alright? Just consider it, Mike. For me. For us. For whatever the fuck is happening here. And if it helps you sleep better at night, for good old Delta Green.
You done?
I could go on, but yeah, I think I'm done.
I used your real name because you appear to be in some kind of shock and we need to get moving. If you'd prefer, I can leave you behind next time.
Is there any depth to you whatsoever, or is this tough guy act all that you have? Is there a human under there? That's all I really want to know.
I am as my lord made me. That person was important to me. That's all you need to know. The details were not important to your safety. If they become important to your safety, you'll be informed.
Michael, this isn't just about my safety. It's not just about any of our safety. This isn't just life and death. This is clearly much fucking bigger than that. This is something cosmic, Michael. This isn't just a security detail, my friend. We're trying to solve something that our human minds clearly are having a very, very fucking difficult time wrapping around. And the more information we have, the better. Look, I'm not asking you to spill your guts to me. I don't want to read your fucking diary, Michael. I just need a little more from you, man. I need a little humanity, perhaps even a touch of compassion, and maybe just a little teensy bit more information. I promise it won't go in the next book.
What do you need from me? Truly, what would help you sleep better at night, knowing more about me? That person's connected to me. I assume you've seen things that connect people in there to you. You think I don't understand the scale of what's happening? Did you not read the fucking brief? Everything we do is to buy precious moments for the death of this world.
Okay. You're starting to swear now, so I think we're moving in the right direction. Is that the only thing you've seen that was significant to you? That picture? Is that the only thing that connected to your personal life that you've seen?
Thinks on it.
Or heard. Or smelled, for all I fucking care. Anything.
All I've heard is you in the hallway. I've received a call from my contact, but that was not caused by this building. Simple checkup. Make sure things are going well, which of course, now they're not. Which means we need to change our plan. Can't just obscure this behind a curtain and pretend it's not there. That name was the only thing.
Do you have any idea why?
No.
Let me give you a point of comparison, if that would help. I looked in a book, and I saw a picture of the woman I think I love. Maybe. Okay, I'm not entirely sure. But it's significant to me. Someone I actually care about, someone that I have deep emotional investment in, whatever. Is it on the order of that?
It's someone connected to me. But it's no more stranger than your own personal name being there. That is obviously the larger thing. The fact that you brought the painting out, I'd recommend destroying it.
Why just mine? Why just mine?
Because you're the one who brought it out. I don't know. If you're afraid, I can comfort your mind by telling you I will make sure you stay alive as long as you allow me to keep you alive.
You realize, right, that's... Your ability to stop things from killing me is the only thing about you I have always had complete faith in, Michael. I know you know your way around a gun. The tough guy part, I know it's not just an act. I know it's real. I don't know where the fuck you came from, but you've got the stone cold eyes of a killer thing going on. It's obvious. I've never had any difficulty trusting you in that regard. And I know, whatever happens, you're not going to let me get hurt. I appreciate that as much.
Then what else do you need here?
I'm an open book. I know you hate that. But I think, honestly, that's what we need right now. I think being honest with each other and spilling our guts a bit might actually be the thing that helps us get to the bottom of this. That's really what I genuinely believe.
I disagree. But I will think on it, and I'll let you know if anything significant to me begins to appear, as it has clearly for you.
All right, then we're moving in the right direction.
Can we please summon Martini from the bathroom?
I'd like Martini to make me an alertness check, because a lot of that was shouty.
Hmm.
It's pretty shouty.
Two dads fighting.
Ooh, 78 failure.
Yeah, you sort of muffled what you did hear. You know that Mythic was shouting.
Yeah.
Who
But
was
could
shouting?
it was quite a long conversation. Could I be trying to help and do all the categorizing of...
Sure.
There is a second hero point.
There is, if you want to reroll.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise,
I mean,
but you are sort of like standing in front of, we'll say you're right by all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You do go in the bathroom. There's nothing in there. No toothpaste, no toilet paper.
No toilet paper.
Like
Abigail
if
doesn't
Abigail
do
lived
shit.
here, she either is filthy or something else is up. But yeah, go ahead and do you want to reroll or do you want to roll me search? What do you want to do?
I will just do a search. I kind of felt that Martini would know the tension between them and kind of just be like, they're just the dads, like,
just the
yelling at each
dads.
other. Just the dads.
Roll me a search check.
Search. Yeah.
Couple of daddies.
Oh, 97 failure. Nope. Okay, then I started thinking about dads and parents.
You got that hero point still if you want it.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's
Hold
true.
on.
I've
No.
never used
Oh wait, yeah,
follow
no.
this path.
Forget what I said. Yeah.
When Martini starts thinking about dads, who does she think about?
Not her actual dad. There was like a fatherly figure for a bunch of cadets at one of the academies. And she just doesn't know how people are supposed to act and react to other people. So she just thinks that people are just supposed to yell. Yeah.
So all the stuff that's happening in the other room, she's used to repressing that.
Yeah.
But by this time, they come to find you. And
You guys... Right?
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
I light a cigarette and I pass it to Mythic.
Thank you so much. He like sucks it down.
Okay.
Are you two able to get yourselves to a safe spot tonight?
Are you? Are we splitting up? Isn't that what you said not to do?
Well, I assumed Mythic had someplace in the city he was staying.
Yeah, I do. But I don't have to have to go there. Could stay around.
If you're going, I'm going to give you a gun, assuming you don't have one on your person. Or in your place.
No.
I mean,
I never have a gun.
Mythic, maybe you don't need a gun. And she, Martini, goes into like a pocket and has like a small little stiletto knife dagger thing. It's
cool.
just for looks, pretty much. She just carries it around because she bought it at a gift shop somewhere, but
Shit,
like in Egypt.
It's just like pawn shop special.
You have a.
just
Why
in
am I
case.
actually surprised? Of course, you have a stiletto dagger in your pocket. Thank you. That's very.
I mean, it's just
Pretty cool.
It'll save you if you just aim somewhere in the throat or try not to aim for the chest.
We're not sending him.
it's-
We're not sending him to walk on the streets alone. I'm just saying,
Well,
in case there's
No,
anything between then and now, when we're coming back here or figuring out the plan. Yes. What?
What time is it?
You look at your watches. You went in at 7:08. It's currently 7:13.
Jesus, Mary, Joseph.
we were in there way longer, weren't we?
Hours.
We should get dinner.
Yeah. I'm
That's
starving.
the first good idea you have had in so long. Let's get fucking dinner. Holy shit.
So
And
you all,
beers.
if you'll let me sort of finger paint the ending here.
We go to Denny's.
Finger paint? You go? No, you walk out. There's like a diner somewhere. You all sit down. You have a nice dinner, and it's quiet. A lot of things still rattling around in each of your heads. It's also nice, and it's also boring, which is nice. Where it's just comfort food, literally and figuratively, as you eat and drink. And then what I want to know is, Mythic, do you go to the hotel or do you go to the safe house?
It's a tough one. You know what? I think he does go. I think he goes to see Amelia. I think he explains to them. He explains to Martini and to Michael why he's going, which is just that was a real brush with mortality, and he got in a fight with Amelia that morning. So he just wants to go back and see her and set things right.
Awesome. So, if you'll let me sort of bring this episode in for a landing here. You you split up Michael and Martini. You get back to the safe house. You take time to rest and recover. Don't forget to recover your will points. Michael, you are, of course, plagued with that recurring nightmare.
Yeah, I have to go an extra step, I believe.
Yes, you do. Look that up for just a second. Martini, you sleep great. Like, you're exhausted, but the one thing is that the first couple times you close your eyes, you see your sister engaged in, what you saw in that book.
That's hard. That's hard too.
That sort of thing sticks with you.
Mm-hmm.
It requires me to make a sanity check every time I want to sleep.
How'd
But
that go?
because I passed with 36 out of 55, I do regain my willpower, so I can sleep.
Excellent. So you get sleep. Dexter returns to the hotel. You're in one of the middle floors on the interior. It's got this nice view out into the courtyard of the hotel, like, which is not really a courtyard. It's just like the lobby, but it's one of those.
Yeah.
And you get to the room and you open it up, and Amelia's not there. And you kind of expected that, but also now you have these compounded anxieties about where she is, or when she is. And so you try to make the most of it. You settle in, you try to relax, maybe pour yourself a drink. And then as you lay down on the bed by yourself, something bumps against you in your pocket. And you reach in, and it's that copy of the book. It's the World Without Doors book that you took from the library. Who was written by the little girl, And you basically got a chapter into it. And then you all went to the ninth floors.
Wow.
So you decide, well, I'll read the rest of it. And this is how the story goes. The book is about a little girl named Abby. And her journeys to this magical, unnamed land. She reaches this place by drowning herself. In a world without doors, she battles a nameless foe called the Phantom. And she's doing this to free people from the dance, which is described or alluded to in the text as a kind of music that forces people to lead boring, repetitive lives. A few times in the book, she gets caught. And she escapes the world by drowning herself and appearing back on Earth. And yet she returns to this other world again and again. And in the end, the Phantom is defeated. But the girl soon realizes that this mythical city is collapsing into chaos without that song. And so she puts on the mask and becomes the Phantom and begins the song again. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Probably my favorite episode of the season. A lot to unpack. Here, you know what? This will make things better. Hold on. There we go. It's better music. We appreciate you joining us tonight. We'll be back in 2 weeks, hopefully with Liv. Agent Micro, boy, does she have a lot to catch up on.
No shit.
She fucking wrote this up, man.
Yeah, a lot. Let's go around. We're going to talk to our cast, who you are, where you're from. I'll give you a little shout out if we can. Michael, I think you were last, so we'll start with you first. You were last of the intros. So start with you. I have one for you, which is that Looney Tunes motherfucker is the best phrase I've ever heard Michael say. But really, and this is for Colin too, is that ending scene.
Oh my god, that's all
in the apartment
Colin, that's
wrecked me. And both of you were equally as good, because Michael, you were just a stone. And like, that's how Michael would react, but then also responding in the way that Michael would respond. So thank you for that. My Turk, yeah, your name is Turk. Turk, what's up, man?
Who are we anymore? Our masks, they move on and off. Yeah, hi, I'm Turk, or Turk Accented on the stage. I was of course playing Agent Michael. If you want to see more of me, between this session and next, I got a few things I'll run through really quick. Gelgalim, which is a Yiddish fantasy, and Gone Rogue in the Rogue 2E system, is going to be on Neon Lights roleplay on the 9th. I will be maybe finishing up. Well, we'll move into the next part of the finale of Frozen Rain next week, which is a Lancer campaign, is Sleeping Above the Stolen Crown. They're going to be fighting big monsters. So if you like Lancer combat and, ending, confessional RP stuff, I think, that'll be a good time. It'll be sad music and epic music and all. It should be a lot of fun. Then Oathsworn, which is the campaign I run over on Neon Lights, which is Greek mythology and epic fantasy smushed together. It's pretty good. They are gonna get into a fight with a cult, so familiar stuff to this, except less less crazy.
Almost exactly the same.
Basically the same thing. Yeah, they'll be in a hallway of the 1920s hotel.
And then on a stage.
And then on a stage, well, I mean, kind of. They are the great games. I will be here for Orbital Blues on the 16th, back on Neon Lights for Bio Shadowed Peace, where I'm also playing a God's Favorite Marine, except that one I'm playing the Emperor's Favorite Marine, and I'm a big burly boy still, but I have less emotions somehow. And then we'll be right back here for all the pain.
All the pain. Now with more Liv.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Micro.
Pain.
Oh
That would live.
Oops, all pain.
I love you. I love you, and I love Michael.
Oh, it's
Oops,
so
all
great.
pain. Thank you, buddy. Colin, same shout out, but also I want to add that right up there with Looney Tunes bullshit is no, Looney Tunes motherfucker is Kabuki theater bullshit. Which is you just said like out of thin air and made me so tickled. Man, it was intense, and that scene again. Thank you for that. So, Colin, what else is happening with you?
So that is like a scene that I've wanted to have between me and Turk for a long time, but I knew as an experienced role player that you can't just do that. You have to earn that shit. Like you've got to get to the point where it makes sense for it to happen. So I've been like waiting like for
it was
a moment when it'd be good. And I knew it probably would work better when Michael was like immediately after a time when Michael had been acting slightly erratic, which in my humble opinion he was during that.
I agree.
I have two.
I'll add really quick is that not only was that the right moment, you earned it, but also the theme that you focused on of this being knows a lot about us, so it's no longer time to play the secrets game. But that's the whole purpose of Delta Green is like
yeah. Yeah, no, I get why. I totally get that. I love being in roleplay things like this where I completely, as a person, understand where Michael's coming from 100%. Like I absolutely get it, and but I can put myself in both sets of shoes and try to understand it. But I mean, you know, I think the way Mythic's looking at it now is like the Delta Green way is not fucking working. Partially as evidenced by the other Delta Green agent we met who's strapped to a goddamn table.
He'll be fine.
He's gonna be fine. I want to make two small points, which is one thing that didn't happen and one thing that did happen. One thing that didn't happen was that I'm not making this up. I was about to launch into a Shakespeare monologue. I was seconds away from doing it.
On the stage?
On stage. I was about to do a Shakespeare monologue. I only didn't do it because Michael came up and grabbed Mythic, and I was like, you know, improv principles. I'm like, don't block. Like, okay, that's what's happening. But I thought it would have been so. I'm like, this is so. If Doc lets me get away with this, it'll be amazing. But the ending monologue from The Tempest, where Prospero breaks the fourth wall and talks directly to the audience. And it ends with the famous line, as you from crimes would pardon be, let your indulgence set me free. Which is literally like asking the audience to applaud. That's what that line literally means. It's asking them to applaud, and that by the strength of their applause, Prosper will be set free. Yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna monologue to this crowd of mannequins and see if they will let us go, basically. Like, release us. And then I got fucking yanked by...
We had to go. I feel so bad, but we had to go.
No, it's okay. It would have been the most self-indulgent thing ever. So I'm not mad about it. You probably saved me from myself.
So good.
You probably saved me from myself. The other thing that did happen...
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, that was the one thing that didn't happen. The one thing that did happen, which is a little footnote I'm adding to the very end of this episode, is that after Mythic finishes reading the book, he goes to draw a bath. And that's all. I have nothing to play.
Oh, nice. I'm glad he takes a bath.
Get some salts in there, candles lit.
Drown himself.
Oh.
You didn't catch the fucking this on little clues.
Casa. thank you for being here, Casa. You you were amazing tonight, and also at the beginning you taught Mythic how to fire a gun. And said you pushed the little banana
The
shake.
banana thing.
The banana thing.
The little banana thing. It's one of the best.
I was taught to use a gun.
Heard.
Martina was taught to use a gun very early, so it was all
like,
kind
she's
of
used
like.
to kids learning how to use guns.
So
like,
fucked up, but I love it.
Martina, Casa, what do you have going on? What's up? Where can we find you?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter, just looking at pretty dice. Wilding underscore. But also I'm doing mermaids, glitter hearts, like a mini campaign thing. Magical girls, mermaids it's set in Brighton, kind of like an English seaside thing.
I've been there.
It'd be cool. It's pretty cool. On Girls Run These Worlds. And then that's it. And then here.
Awesome. 2 weeks.
It was so fun.
Did we figure out that? So last time we played was 420, and today's the Star Wars Day, right? And 2 weeks from now, we decided it was something random.
It's National Museum Day.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
National Museum Day.
So you'll be back here for National Museum Day.
That's fun.
Thank you, Casa. I'm Doc Rimbo.
Thank you.
I'm Doc Rimbo on Twitter. I'm Doc Rimbo on Twitch. I'm also Doc Rimbo Rolls, which is my GM one, but who knows? Twitter's a disaster. That's all I have to say about that. I stream on my own channel sometimes, mostly doing Red Dead Redemption 2 roleplay. But a week from this Saturday, I will be participating in the Lost Caravan Pathfinder Week, as we are doing a bunch of Pathfinder games for many days in a row, and I will be in one of those on Saturday, a week from this Saturday, so the 13th, and you should come by and see that. Also, if you aren't following or a part of the Lost Caravan Discord, you should be, and there's lots of great people there, and they're all very supportive and wonderful folks. Well, not all of them. I'm sure there's some assholes in there, but they're very quiet, and we don't hear from them very often. Which includes me. But Chad, thank you for being here. You carried the energy of tonight's show. It was fantastic, and I just love seeing the reactions, not only from the cast but from everybody who sees what happens in this campaign and goes "Wah?" like that.
Oh, hey, speaking of the audience, ex-wife won overwhelmingly.
Oh yes, that's true.
Blue pass.
So I've already deducted from that bond. We'll talk about that later.
Excellent. Terrific. And also, speaking of audience cast, you're our creepy mannequins.
A clap. Clap.
We love you. We love you, you emotionless weirdos. We're going to do a raid. We're going to go over to Red Hair Inn. We're playing a tabletop game, and we'll visit them with all of our people and warn them about the night floors and all that. And we will be back here in 2 weeks with episode 6. I can't even believe it. From all of us, thank you. And don't forget that all of my friends are hot and sexy vessels waiting to be filled.
Waiting to be.
Bye.